the studio with our beautiful guests that empower the world through the arts. And with that said, I have your mama in the house, Myra Wexler. Good morning.
Good morning, Susanna. How are you?
I'm super great, and when I see you, I even light up even more like a tallest Christmas tree because you are like the Santa of art. I mean, you just bring all these gifts to bear to our community, and we're going to go right back to you. But I also want to say good morning to the creator founder of U-DOODLE. With me is Jordan Magid. Did I say that right? Your last name?
Yep.
Yes.
Right on, Magid.
Oh, Magid. So great. So Jordan and Myra, good morning and welcome to our talk on the Money Man. You know, Myra, as a youngster, you were the socialite of Coral Gables. You went to the finest school. Some might say you were, silver spoon fed. But now, fast forward, and I'm not going to say how many decades, that's up to you. You're in the streets, girlfriend.
Yo.
And you are one of the biggest community activists. I mean, you just embrace all the urban artists. And so, from Chore Boogie to all these wonderful Gigi to all these wonderful artists, they know you're their mama. And the biggest, your tagline is, obey your mama.
That's it.
Tell me, how did you come from a socialite, philanthropist, to a streetwalker?
Well,
in the art world.
You flatter me and give me too much credit to think that I was a socialite growing up. I was certainly a privileged child, and I had a lot of opportunities, and my parents were always involved in the community and very conscientious about how important it is to give back. And so that's kind of the ethic that I grew up with. I was never an academic learner. I was always like by the seat of my pants and by observing and participating. And that has served me well in life. And I bring that forward with the advent of WYNWOOD, the arts district that has like miraculously sprung out of the depths of despair in, pushing, unfortunately, the inner city out, which is another topic, but...
I was going to tell you, Myra,
yeah.
You were there when the hood was the hood, when the grit gave it that charm to that urban scape, which is so unique because everywhere you turn in Miami Beach or Miami, you got Coral Gables, you got Miami Beach, a lot of money, you could see it, you could smell it. But here was WYNWOOD. It had that urban grit. And so I have to tell you, you've seen a lot of changes because I've been working that hood since 2009. I think you a couple of years earlier than me. And so I believe we're going to go to commercial break. Not yet. We still got time. So I want to hear your take on what are you seeing
it's
happen?
only a matter of time until it's in the process of transforming itself, because this is how development happens. This is what is called progress. And it's unfortunate because the very things that made it what it is and is capable of becoming are the things that are going to take away from it, because investors who are smart and visionaries, they invested in the property when it was worth nothing. And by allowing artists to squat and come and tag and it's driven the area. And with the drive, we're building vertically in Miami. Like, look at our bayfront. That's like a whole nother can of worms not to open. But how that the forces that be, the people who are the decision makers in the community, in government, they allow all of this development to go on with very little regard, I believe, to the quality of life. It's like, it's unfortunate that the bottom line is dineros and...
I absolutely agree with you, and we're going to get right back. Okay. Go ahead, Alicia.
Okay. We'll be right back after these important messages. I have a question for you when we come back. What are the projects that you're spearheading right now that it concerns everyone and investors should be, because we have a lot of investors should be aware of.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these important messages.
This is a longer platform, so everyone will have their...
Great.
Yeah. more until 11.
Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's
You know what? You just dazzle them and
yeah, and
you know how they
Talk
say.
to us about U-DOODLE.
Absolutely.
What is your concept on that?
After she answers, or
No, just you.
No,
You.
she wants
Right
to
now.
know.
Yeah.
okay. So we use group art projects in order to bring people together, build a deeper sense of community, and teach people how to communicate more effectively.
How many
So,
followers do you have in that?
followers? What would you
Like
consider?
people that
20,000.
follow that, huh?
When you
20,000.
say people individual,
Individual, bring
Businesses?
individuals together. Sorry, what?
businesses also.
Yeah, we do team building
Universities.
workshops, professional development programs.
I'm gonna give a
after school
speech.
programs.
And
Pitch on this
universities,
too.
yeah.
After school programs, university programs, team building workshops in the workplace.
We'll bring to light all that stuff. I was on your site this morning just to familiarize, and I'm very proud of you.
Do
I
you
don't
know
need to
Danny?
be,
Do you know Danny LaFuente from the lab?
no, but you did this also with another friend, right? Or is he not part of it anymore?
Mark.
Story, but yeah.
Welcome back to the Money Man Report, and here comes the art of experience.
Art Experience, Art Talk is our segment here, and back with Myra Wexler and also Jordan Magid. So, Magid, with that said, Myra, we were talking and Alicia was asking you what were the projects that you would say you're spearheading or proud of that investors from all over the world, because this program is filmed and broadcasted from Miami, Florida, but we're international. Everyone is listening to us. So when you talk about Wynwood, Florida, what have you seen and what are you proud of and what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of the overdevelopment. There's a lot of upscale kind of retail and housing going in, as much as they say they're going to keep it, in the vein of what's going on there. There's no way they are, and it's squeezing out the artists. And really, if you want to invest, if I were an investor and I had deep pockets, I would be investing in facilitating not-for-profit organizations that are about changing the world, because through art, this is what drives me to be promoting and be out there in my community, visible. I want to make a difference,
And you certainly do. And I got to tell you, whether it's called defacing or beautification, you could see Yo Mama stickers all over Wynwood. And I get always a kick when you post something on Facebook and the sticker is in Spain or in Africa. And I'm like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Because really, art is a universal language. And when you say that, I want to bring in our friend that is your special guest that you introduced me to, Myra Wexler, which is Jordan Magid. Sorry, I'm having so much tough time with that. I've been up since 5 this morning. Anyway, with that said, Jordan Magid, you are the creative founder of U-DOODLE. And I have to tell you, what a great concept. Can you tell Art Talk listeners and Money Man listeners, what is U-DOODLE?
Absolutely. So U-DOODLE is a nonprofit organization based here out of Miami, and we use group art activities, collaborative art activities, to bring people together, to open up conversation in a way that might normally never occur between strangers or people who have any sort of cultural or geographic barriers. So all of our programs emphasize participatory arts, engaging and creating art together and building a sense of community through that.
I love it. I gotta tell you, people I think that are radio hosts, we are addicted to doodling. I mean, we're doodling names, we're doodling pictures, we're doodling stars. And so this was based on your addiction of doodling, right? You and your friend doodled all the time in class, and you did some doodlings that were a little bit more 3D and graphic, and so you became not really artist, or you didn't consider yourself artist, but yet you knew that doodling, everybody doodles. Some doodle more than others, some are professional doodlers. What are you, Alicia?
I'm a professional doodler.
Myra, what are you?
Well, I'm a professional across the board. You asked me, I've done it.
Well, let me tell you, I have to tell you, I love the concept, and there is no doubt that everybody in this room, international investors, everybody doodles at one point or another. And to actually take that forum and create public spaces where people come and meetups and groups, whether it's a business for company morale, art is a universal language, and doodling really takes away from that pressure of being an artist, because everybody
so
can doodle.
let's talk it. Let's walk it through. Like for example, Betty is out there. How can she start with you?
Absolutely. So like you said, I mean, doodling can be worked with across the age group, across whatever backgrounds you're working with. So we'll do after-school programs that actually beautify the schools, empower the students to actually create large-scale murals across the hallways that were otherwise bleak or bland, whitewashed, whatever they are. And we also do corporate workshops, professional development programs that use doodling, this free-form art that anybody can participate in, as a way to open up communication, build a sense of creativity and rapport within the workplace. And like you were saying, if someone wanted to get involved, they could, if there's someone that's connected with the school systems, they could focus on bringing us as an after-school program where we come on site and work with the students to beautify the school.
Mm-hmm. Can you give us your website?
Absolutely. The website is www.u, as in the letter U, hyphen doodle, doodle.org.
And this is a nonprofit.
Yes.
So this is awesome. Myra, how did you meet Jordan?
I was introduced to Jordan. Someone that I admire sent me a message and said, I have this young guy that has graduated the University of Miami, and he's going to be going off to Harvard in the fall for his master's, and I think you guys should meet. He's doing a project, and I met him at Panther in the Hood.
Yeah.
And it was love at first sight. He's 22 years old, and he's always with a smile on his face. He's so bright, but he illuminates. You know, he's the light that I want to shine too. And because of the very fact that all these years I've invested to like being out and about and visible, I'm trying to like cut back in my commitments on a regular basis and to be more focused on really investing my time and my energy into moving something forward that is making a difference. I don't need to have my picture taken anymore. You know, I don't need.
You want to empower these great programs.
These programs
that will live through
yes,
you and on
yes,
to the legacy of our youth.
And with that said, Jordan kept encouraging me. We met several times, and I was able to set up an appointment for him to meet with someone. We were looking for some kind of sponsorships, and
That's great.
but P.S. he kept inviting me to come to one of their board meetings, and the organization U-DOODLE.org is based out of the lab in Miami on Northwest 26th Street, which is the epicenter. It's Knight Foundation funded, but it's the epicenter. It's the think tank of the world, as far as I'm concerned, because it's the original first, and it's there, and that's where Jordan holds court. And Danny LaFuente, who's the co-founder of that brilliant concept, is on the board and actually is going to take the helm with Jordan going off to graduate school. So when I did go to the board meeting there, and I met the small board that consisted of these three gorgeous, brilliant young guys, all of them with such impressive kind of academic backgrounds. And when I heard them speak, because they know all the balloons to float, they know how to say it in a bite, you know, it's like, and it's brilliant, and really it's so energizing, invigorating, inspiring, and it made me want to jump on board, and I'm not sorry that I have.
And I'm glad that you did, and I'm glad that you brought your special guest here, because he's a special guest too. Now, Jordan, you are very young, and to look at your site is very impressive. The name itself, U-DOODLE, was very ingenious. The concept behind it. Where do you want to take U-DOODLE? Where is your goal? Where do you see this growing and going?
So, for one, taking U-DOODLE nationally with the intention of giving people across all ages the opportunity to launch their own public art or participatory art program. There's a lot of conversation right now about how do we actually build a sense of community, how do we engage people from different backgrounds, and so many people have brilliant ideas. So U-DOODLE can be and will be the organization that the brightest, most energetic students from universities, from high schools, from like just entering the workspace, the place that they can go and incubate their ideas, start building them, find like-minded creative folks who they can work with to actually bring their project to life. And what we're doing is building an infrastructure for them to bring their project to life, whether it's in a school or in the workplace. But really transforming the culture of education and the culture of learning using participatory art.
Okay, hold that thought because we're gonna go for a break. But question to you, Myra, when we come back, if it's an ideal world, money is not the issue, government is not the issue, since you're visionary and you know the city, what is the certain project vision you would like to follow through and be satisfied putting it as your legacy? We'll be right back after these important messages. I'm Alicia Frischberg.
I'm Susanna Baker.
I'm Myra Wexler, your
I'm
mama.
Jordan Magid.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, baby. You're very good. I love how you're asking questions.
Yeah,
Yes.
This is a
Wow.
nice team, huh?
Very nice
And we're missing
team.
our third partner.
Who's the third?
Well, I'm
Another
the one
woman?
that they invited in, but her husband, they're a
Oh.
phenomenal
Who-
team.
your
They're
husband?
investors.
He's a money man.
He's the money
And
man.
his name is
Daniel Frischberg.
Frischberg. And
Frischg.
G-E-R-G.
And
they
Is he a Miami
they
guy?
oversee
Yes,
$100
he's a
million.
Miami guy.
where did he
More.
go? Where did he go?
New
to
York. He's from New York. He's NYU academic scholar. Yeah.
He was a former CNN money man from CNN.
Daniel Frischberg. I think we're tribe members.
Tribe
The money
member.
man guy from CNN?
He's the money man. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He is the money man from CNN?
He's the
Yeah.
money man all over the place.
You know who he is? But
Yeah.
not Cal Risdall. Is it Cal Risdall? No. Who's
no.
Cal
He's-
Risdall?
he's-
He's the stock guy. Who is Cal Risdall? On WLRN. not
Since you're the
CNN.
marketing person, here's mine.
Yeah, I want to know about you. Where are you from? What's
Philippines.
Isn't she beautiful?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's like the Jewish boys. They could never marry a Jewish girl, God forbid. Except for Jordan, he will. He will. I know. he will.
Except, I'm looking for a Jewish husband.
Yeah.
They are
And-
so
And
good.
me, I'm looking for anything.
We've been married for 28 years. They are
Oh
so
my
good.
God. Do you
You
have
got to see
children?
their children.
3.
They're gorgeous.
I bet they're gorgeous.
3.
They are
Where do you
gorgeous.
live in Miami? What area?
Beach.
College.
Ugh, good for you. I don't want to live on Miami Beach. I'm a Carl Gables girl, and I'm a snob.
I love Coral Gables.
Yeah, although it's gotten it's a little bit too civilized, if you know what I mean. But hey,
You got Wynwood for the rest.
yeah, and no, you're not safe anywhere. It doesn't matter where you live.
We always go out to Coral Gables.
Yeah, Merrick Park is beautiful, and yeah, and the Mile too. Well, the
Well,
whole
Wednesday night for radio hosts, isn't it every Wednesday in Coral Gables?
Elisa is Elisa.
Elisa.
28 years, you look like a baby.
I know. Look.
Wow.
We just celebrated her birthday in Casa Panza.
Which I haven't been. So I want to go with the flamencos.
You have to come with me on Little Havana tour. You have
I'm
to
gonna
do a
go
celebrity
for-
bus for me. No, you're going to do celebrity bus. You're going to be the
The
curator with
celebrity.
me together.
Fabulous.
Okay?
You carry on that question.
What question?
That's cool.
You ask. You ask
it
it
to
again,
her.
Alicia.
All right.
You did a great job. You do it.
Okay.
You're asking great questions.
Yeah, she's really
Very
good.
good. Very good.
I'm bio and documentary. She's
No, but
Intense
you're
and
good. But you're
hands-on.
good together, and I
Yeah.
love that it's two women.
Do you like stop the conversation and just go?
she's great like that. Yeah,
When he's also me, I'm just like
yeah, like you. We
I'm
all
filtered
embellish
and-
and float on, and they are
it's
spirits.
so hard to focus, like by my seat of my pants. And the seat is getting wider. I stopped smoking. I've gained too much weight. It's killing me.
Welcome back to the Money Man Report. I'm Alicia Frischberg, and
I'm
with
Sus-
me is Susanna. The question that we posed to Myra is that, since you know the city, what would you like to do if money, government, is not an issue for Miami? What is your vision? You can follow through satisfactorily, and at the same time, will put your legacy on mark on it.
Well, interesting that you should ask. I think that's an incredible question, and as if, I mean, by voicing my hope and my dream, my vision, that we could actualize it and make it come true, that I also am involved in another project that's going on that couldn't be more timely and is so very needed in our community, and that is something called the Green Link. And you can find out about that at www.thegreenlink.org. And when you're on that site, I suggest that you click on Friends of the Green Link, and then go to About and the drop-down box and sign up for emails and to volunteer and become part of this remarkable transformation that is an initiative at this point, but I know it's going to happen. And that's something that's being spearheaded by a woman in our community, a native Miami woman named Meg Thompson Daly. And I found out about it and I was excited, and I went to their launch, which took place downtown at the historical post office building on 1st and 1st, that is home to MCAD, Miami Center of Architecture and Design.
Beautiful building.
Which is not only a beautiful building, but what a facility that is. And that's something else. You know, our community has so many opportunities and for people to learn and be part of, and to be proactive and to engage. Yes.
And tell us about Green Link.
So Green Link.
What is Green
Link? Green Link is the idea that, not unlike the High Line in New York, that the 10 miles of space that runs underneath the Metro Rail from Dadeland South to Brickell Station, that be transitioned into a linear park for biking, pedestrian, safely lit, and
so you can literally walk from Daylight to Brickell.
And it would encourage exercise. It would be creating green space. It would be bringing art into public spaces. It would be making it possible for people not to have to be stuck on US 1, which is the corridor that most of it runs on or under, that people could be seen visibly going on bike and by foot and not having to deal with that traffic, and that also will drive development, that a lot of money can be made, because all of those warehouse spaces that presently exist on US 1 with their backs to the Metro Rail could now open the back door for another way of entry, and they could be increasing their business.
Where would Green Link get its funds to create such a project?
Well, they're working with the Miami, the city of the county and the city, the Department of Transportation and Parks. As you know, these are the kind of the last things that get funded with taxes, and so they're looking for corporate sponsors and partners. And also, I would encourage you to go online and donate via signing up to receive the emails, and you'll be notified when those ducks are in a row, and you'll be able to donate. Everything makes a difference, and even if you're not donating dollars, donating your time to creating a green space in Miami that will facilitate bridging neighborhoods and cutting down.
That's a great way of putting it, bridging neighborhoods.
Right.
And also eco-friendly, because you're creating more pedestrian and more bicycle in a safe way. Because right now, to take a bicycle down US 1 or anywhere, I don't even know how.
They're engaging the Department of Transportation because it's necessary to change the flow of traffic with the right on reds, and it has to be well lit.
Myra,
and they have to
people
smooth it.
wanted to follow you and all these concepts. Is there a website or page?
Yeah, the website is called Yo Facebook. Hello.
Yo Facebook. Hello. Is that
Myra Wexler, MyraWexler, on Facebook, because really I'm technically challenged. I have a Musing with Myra blogspot, but I haven't posted on it. I can't do both, and Facebook has been a remarkable vehicle for me to create my brand.
That's
I am
great. A lot of-
internationally
Yeah.
followed and recognized, and you can go on there, excuse me, and follow me.
Yeah, you are. You certainly are. You post something and it's you're a trend blazer in news and following Myra Wexler. Everybody knows your mama. Obey your mama. You always wanna obey your mama.
Without tooting my own horn, I really am a trendsetter. I'm recognized. It's true. It's
I
true.
get a kick when I am in
It's
bed and it's like 11 o'clock at night. The news is over, 11:30. And there's your mama making these bubble faces like a blowfish on Vapor Zone.
Vapor Zone.
She's on this commercial on Vapor Zone, and I'm
That was
cracking up.
funny.
There's your mama on TV. So you're a little bit of everything in this community. So much.
Okay, folks, thank you very much for listening to us. I hope you enjoy this segment. I am Alicia Freshberg.
I am Myra Wexler.
I am Jordan Magid.
And I'm Susanna Baker.
We'll be right back tomorrow.
Because I was able to pitch. I wish I could have sounded more. I had all my notes. I
You
went on
did
this
great,
site,
Myra.